Announced the sudden death of Chief MKO Abiola at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, apparently of cardiac arrest. A press statement issued this evening by the Chief Press Secretary to the Head of State, Chief David Atta, has it that Chief Abiola was taken ill during a meeting which was being held by Nigerian and United States officials with him. With the consent of his family, the federal government has ordered a full post-mortem examination to ascertain the actual cause of death, with the full participation of his personal physician. A full government statement will be issued subsequently.
My feeling is more important than this shit. What is this? This is nothing.
The federal government regrets to announce the sudden death of Chief MKO Abiola at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, apparently.
We have been trained at considerable cost to the taxpayers of our country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Well, Chief Abiola, I'd like to confirm the kind of relationship you have now with the President.
President Babangida is a friend. If you look at the house, take a snapshot of all the pictures in the house, you will find more of his pictures in my house than my own pictures. We've been friends for over 20 years, very close friends. There have been quite a lot of efforts made by some people to create some friction between us. This is a very trying period, but friendship is made to last and be passed from one generation to the other. I believe that will be the case in our situation too. These are temporary difficulties. The nation is passing through it. The armed forces, some of them are passing through it. But we will not allow that to affect our relationship.
How do you react then to his comment today that he has no apology for what he has done?
I don't know who is asking him to apologize. Is anybody asking him to apologize? See, a leader does what he believes is the best thing to do in a given circumstance. But a leader, when he has superior facts, can change his mind. That won't amount to apology. And nobody's asking him to. I'm not. Are you?
Are you?
No, I'm not. I'm just asking you. I mean, in what context was that statement made, if I may ask?
It was in the news today. I think reviewing the whole issue, the situation, and saying that he stands firmly by what he's done. Perhaps has a wind of what the SDP's position is.
Well, I'm not asking him to apologize. I'm just asking that in the light of the popular mandate of the Nigerian people, as a Nigerian too, and as a leader of Nigeria, you should think again. That's all. I'm not asking for apology. In fact, that is not required.
Good day, sir. We've been all out today. What have you to say about the massive solidarity support that you have received today from the people? I reckon you must have gotten the feedback about how people have gone all over town saying it's you or nobody else.
Well, it is very gratifying. I've always known that the events of the last few weeks have, in fact, enabled people to make up their mind a lot more firmly. In fact, it has increased tremendously the public support that I have in the country. Nigerians are ready for democracy. Nigeria have elected their president, and Nigerians are not prepared to go for another election. The truth of the matter is that you do not have two sunrises in one day. Even in Africa, the sun rises only once a day, and that is the way it is. The people have made it very clear that that is what they want. And I'm sure the purpose is to let government know that the people are very serious in what they are saying.
Do you have any fears that some members of the SDP might give in to the new political arrangement that is being proposed?
There's nothing like that. You see,
today what have you to say about the massive solidarity support that you have received today from the people? I reckon you must have gotten a feedback about how people have gone all over town saying it's you or nobody else.
Well, it is very gratifying. I've always known that the events of the last few weeks have, in fact, enabled people to make up their mind a lot more firmly. In fact, it has
Its commitment to dialogue as a means of resolving our internal differences. We have demonstrated this by our individual and collective efforts at holding consultation at all strata of our society. You will recall that in spite of these overtures and good gestures by government, Chief MKO Abiola flagrantly perpetuated acts which breached the laws of the land, but government in its magnanimity never gave him serious attention. His most recent action of declaring himself the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria incited the public to insurrection and attempting to topple the government by force with a view to installing himself as president, however led to his arrest by the law enforcement agents. The step taken by the law enforcement agents is a legitimate exercise in the performance of their duties. Government does not and should not interfere in the court process. We have come to the point when the situation can no longer be tolerated. It is in the overall national interest that these unpatriotic acts being perpetuated by the leadership of Nupeng and Pengasing be dealt with decisively. Accordingly, the executive of both unions, the Nupeng and the Pengasing, at both national and state levels are hereby dissolved. This action is with immediate effect. A sole administrator will be appointed immediately to oversee the affairs of both unions.